All right, hey everyone on YouTube. This is John from Learn to Stargaze. We're here in Nova Scotia. We're on top of Citadel Hill in Halifax. If you don't know what that is, Google it. It is a really cool fort in the center of the city here. And this is the June 10th, 2021 solar eclipse. It's an annular eclipse. It's only a partial here in Halifax, but in some parts of Canada, especially up north, it is a full annular. So that means the moon covers the disk of the sun, but not entirely. So you get what is known as the ring of fire around the moon. You'll see this ring of the sun, and the reason that that occurs is that the moon is farther away in its orbit than it would be during a total solar eclipse, and it just does not cover enough sky to cover the sun. And so it's really that simple. So we do get eclipses, I believe it's about once every year and a half or so, somewhere on Earth, and you typically get a lunar eclipse within 2 weeks of that as well. And but definitely a great thing. We're up here on Citadel Hill in Halifax, Nova Scotia. There's probably 70 people on the hill there, I'd say. And the telescope I'm using is a Celestron C8, so that's an 8-inch Schmidt-Cassegrain telescope, and we've got a commercial solar filter and an eclipse viewer filter covering it. I believe it's just made of beta film or something like that. So that's how they're constructed. It's basically welder's glass, and it blocks out, we're only seeing 1/10,000th of the light from the sun here. And good morning, Lisa. So sun rose at about 5:30. It took probably 30 minutes of me messing around with the gear to get her going. But it's been great. So I might just center it here and then let some other people, because there are quite a few people up here on the hill and people are socially distancing and wearing masks, but we're all having a great time. There we go.
May I take a picture of that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, you might have to follow you on Instagram or Twitter somewhere.
I went streaming on my YouTube channel, so Learn to Stargaze is right now where that's streaming. I posted it on Instagram as well, and it's at Learn to Stargaze as well.
Okay, I'll just follow you on Instagram, but your name will be of the same name as the person find you.
Yeah, awesome.
What is the handle going to be?
Just at,
What is okay.
yeah, and then Learn to Stargaze. Yeah, there we go.
Cool.
Awesome. Thanks for the follow.
Right, no problem.
Checking the shadows. Make sure we don't have any buildings coming to block the view. I might see if anyone on the hill wants to use the binoculars too.
That's really sweet of you.
Yeah.
भाई ऐसा भी इंटेंट करने की तेरा ही है ऐसा प्रिटेंड करेंगे कि तेरा है हाथ रख के खड़ा नहीं होना करता आपने लात रख के हाथ रख के खड़ा हो सकता है, तुम भाग रहा है भाई। अच्छा नहीं सच में मेरा नहीं लाइक ऐसे खड़ा
सच में तो नहीं है बट भाई फोटो
लाइक अगर तुझे अपनी फोटो खींचनी है तो भी ठीक है लाइक अच्छा मुझे पता नहीं तेरी खींच अच्छा ठीक है तो फोटोआं तो अच्छी आ रही हैं इसमें बाइक का फोटोग्राफी स्किल्स भी नेक्स्ट लेवल आपको जानने वाली ओह नाइस worth it.
लेक सा दिख रहा है Can I see it?
Sure, go ahead. चले हम सोने का समय हो रहा है चलो बस रखना लेना बस
लाइटर का वैसे एक्सपीरियंस चलेगा
अपने तो नहीं होता सब देखो
How's the YouTube stream going? Anyone watching? Oh, 10 people. Cool.
1,000, right?
Huh?
1,000 more.
It's pretty early in the morning for most people. So.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. A lot of people will catch it later. Let me center this. So I should be able to zoom in here. That is clean, no sunspots. So check this out. Check it out close so I can zoom in here.
Hey.
And then we can focus it and see if we can get any details. So this is a white light filter, so it'll only show the darker sunspots. Yeah. Because right now, if we're using another filter like hydrogen alpha, you'd actually see the flares on top.
More useful when it's full eclipse, and you can see the flare.
So during a total eclipse, you don't see the what are called prominences. You see the corona. So for that, you can actually pull the filter off altogether, and then just while it's at totality. So during a total solar eclipse, again, the moon is fully covering the sun, so there's no sunlight coming off the sun's surface. But what you're getting is the sun's outer atmosphere is called the corona, and so that surrounds it, and it looks white, and it goes really far out. So it would go beyond.
It's called the ring of fire.
Corona.
So the ring of fire is during this type of eclipse. So if the moon were to fully cover it, you would just see this perfect ring. Yeah. There we go. Fit her in the field of view here. And again, for those watching, we're up on Citadel Hill in Halifax, Nova Scotia. And there's actually now it looks like there's about 100 people here just enjoying the view. We've got someone doing a projection of the sun onto paper with a spotting scope. We've got someone had a cheese grater or something that was projecting the image onto just the ground. And that's what people use them. Lots of cameras, stacking sunglasses together. That's not really a good strategy.
Does it suddenly get cold or is it just me?
I heard that the temperature drops when it hits the halfway point and that you notice the drop.
Suddenly I'm smelling the shivering suddenly.
Direct track करना देखिए. I think so. You. Without
The book is such. The thing with
बस आँखों से भी ऐसे नॉर्मल एक ही वे में दिख रहा है. Like मैं ऐसे देखो तो दिख रहा है वो कि उस वे में. But like continue.
I'm so sad that I failed that. Total fail. All I could see was my eyelashes and one corner of Citadel Hill. I'm like, no, that's not what I'm looking for.
Why couldn't I see it?
Thank God I'm not.
You gotta be pointing right at it. So it looks like you're a little low. So get left and right first, and then pan up.
See, the only time it even partially worked for me was when you said it, and then I got the moon in just a little corner, and as soon as I blinked, it went away.
Oh yeah.
Fail.
It's not
Is that cool?
यार एक बार तो जाया हम दूसरे बार क्या स्पीड दे उसके बाद
कितने लेके भाई ये भी.
Yeah. A lot of eclipse equipment goes on sale right after an eclipse. So
Oh, I
after the big
imagine.
eclipse in 2017, I bought a whole bunch of gear.
Cool.
Oh,
Very
I see
cool.
it. I see it.
I'm sure there are Facebook groups called, buy my Eclipse equipment.
Yeah, because those would have been hundreds of dollars, and then I got it for $20.
No way.
Hey, do
Yeah.
I have to move this to?
So that's the focus. So that makes it, yeah. So I
Okay.
focus it to my prescription.
All right.
Looks like someone put a
Oh,
big
I see
fingerprint
it,
on the
I
lens
see
there too. Not helping the cause.
That's out of focus.
Yeah.
Wow. It got cold, right?
Yeah, it's definitely a little bit colder. I mean, you're getting just that much less energy from the sun. So
Exactly.
Yes, please. Thank you. Oh, really?
Honestly, that नाम ही जाके तो बहुत लोग होते हैं जिसका नाम बहुत कर सकते थे उस टाइम तो खाली था तो
क्या पकड़ कर क्या कौन सा है
वाइट हो गया भाई वो उसमें दिख रहा है
इसमें वाइट है फिर लाल लेंस का फर्क वो तो कुछ
Oh,
नहीं
it
है
was tricky. I just sort of held the line.
half a minute or something.
It depends where your phone's going to focus.
So there you go.
thank you. Yeah, no problem.
No, you can try it.
फर्क भी नहीं पड़ रहा कौन क्या ठंड सी हो
So again, for those watching on YouTube, this is a live view of the sun from Halifax, Nova Scotia, up here on Citadel Hill, where we've got about 100 people watching on the hill with Eclipse viewers and different instruments. This is a C8 telescope here with a white light solar filter.
You know, I don't. You know, like that guy does. Oh, I did it with my camera, and it worked good. But you might want to take it off.
अबे यार बहुत फोटो ऐसे बहुत अच्छा लगता है बर्ड तो है लाइक वो अच्छा लगता है बर्ड है लाइक एक बर्ड दिखता नहीं क्या गाड़ी होगा लोगों
अलग अलग टाइप
बहुत दुख सबको बहुत दुख
भाई की चाहिए
I mean, I got the problem, but
Eclipse के साथ
तो या तो हम करें गेट हमारे
तो मैं बोल रहा ठीक है और वापस कर देना प्लीज
हो गया
Hey, do you want anybody to go to that? This one? Yeah.
amazing, and it's a whole lot less red now. Yeah, it looks more pale orange than bright red.
Same, but it's just bigger. They have phones and she photos.
Yeah, because they say the best vantage point
I just want to
is
make
gonna
sure
be
you
around
get
6:30
your
this
photo
morning
right.
here. And now it's 6:34, so there you go.
Yeah, those are good.
Yeah. Yeah, and you've got slightly different equipment than I do. Yeah. I'm glad it wasn't a cloudy day. I thought maybe it would be, you know, fun reason to travel. Well, I mean, I often am up at 6 o'clock and do the run around the park before I start work, but other than that, I'm happy to sleep late.
I don't even know how this works.
No, actually, I'm off today, so it's really good timing. I mean, if there
All right, everyone on YouTube, I'm gonna
but yeah, I like
recenter
maybe I'll stay
the
on
view here. So this is a mirror reflection or a mirror image of the moon. So if we were to look at it with, I've got some solar binoculars here, and so it's at least from here it's like mirror it's a mirror reversed and 180 degree rotation based on the orientation here on the phone, because the phone's in sort of a wacky position hanging off the back of the telescope. So if you're looking at this Eclipse glasses, I think the bite, well, I guess not, maybe it's about 120 degrees off, the sort of the bite out of the moon from what you would see if you just go outside right now and look at it with Eclipse glasses.
I don't understand people who go, yeah, I'm going to stare right at it with my naked eyes unprotected. Crazy. I'm so jealous of people who've got the equipment to take proper pictures. Yeah. Yeah, and I've got a pair of those, you know, cheesy little cardboard glasses, but I couldn't find them. I didn't think to look for them yesterday. I couldn't find them when I was getting ready to come out this morning. I thought, I'm not going to waste any more time.
They look really tiny,
But there it is. Oh, nice. I mean, even zoomed in. You know, it's not seriously
want to try
pixelated.
to get? Did you get a picture?
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, did you? Okay.
My phone picture is nowhere near that good. It's just sufficient to say, yes, we looked at it. It's really
I could text you.
nice. Yeah, thank you.
So when I go home, I'll just send you my number.
Okay.
Or is that how that works?
You can actually, you should be able to text the image right to your phone. So I'll give you my number.
Oh, okay. A bit of Friday.
Okay. Consider how to do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a great show.
Yeah, exactly. So you're going to choose the messaging app. 902 329
Oh, honey. That's just one of the few good things in my life. Don't expect me to give it up now.
What were you trying to do with your, you had that scoop. Were you trying to project it on? Didn't work.
You work, but you just hold it kind of from how to certainly there is a
Right, okay. Oh, I know, yeah. Oh, you do what you can.
Tempted to rotate the camera here on the telescope, fit it all in, but I don't want to lose it. Let's see what we can do here. YouTube says screen orientation locked. Do not rotate. Please rotate device back. Okay, sorry YouTube. I tried. What did I do?
Jeez, the last 3 days.
Good morning from the Netherlands. So, I might do another look here for sunspots. The sun's been really clean at sunspots for a couple of years now, and because of solar minimum. But then only in the last couple of weeks, it seems, have there been a bunch showing up. And I checked yesterday in hydrogen alpha, and there were quite a few prominences coming off the sun, and what's called a plonge, I believe, which is a white spot. So sunspots are dark, and they're just a little bit cooler than the surrounding sun, but a plonge, I'm not sure if I'm saying that correct, and that would be a hotter section of the sun. So we've got so much magnification here, it's crazy. All right. So I might turn the camera around. Let's see here. How much can you see? Yeah, here we are again. We're in Halifax, Nova Scotia on Citadel Hill. About 100 people hanging out up here on the hill that way. I'm not going to move the phone here because it is still focused on the sun with the other camera. So anyway, hey everyone out there on YouTube. I hope you're enjoying this stream here, and before I run out of data plan. Actually, I haven't checked the chat. I don't know if there's any questions on here. Good morning from Delaware. Behind the clouds in Shelburne. Oop, let me bring up the chat again. Oh, I love Shelburne, Nova Scotia. Okay. How's it going?
How's it going?
Pretty good. Yeah, I
Take a
mean,
look at yours.
there it is. And we can sort of, I've got it zoomed way in here. So the
Oh,
sun
wow.
is pretty clean right now. So I don't see any
Oh yeah, no spots
spots,
or.
yeah. And this is just streaming live on YouTube. We got 20 people watching now. So.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. The day is fabulous for it. We thought it was going to be cloudy, actually.
Yeah, and it's just gorgeous.
Wow. I like how yours picks up the orange. So is that, yeah.
A lot of that is probably a function
It's
of the filter.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, we saw the transit of Venus a few years ago, actually.
That was cool.
Yeah. Oh, you would have seen all of those too. It's
Yep. I mean, you never know though. Like you can get caught in clouds, and no matter how cool the event is.
Yeah. It's a pretty kind of depressing day if you get up and it's cloudy.
Yep. Just leave that there.
So are you at the university or just the church?
So I work at the telescope. So when there's tours and stuff, I'll run those, and then I create content for the schools mainly.
Oh yeah.
Like right now, mainly 6th grade science curriculum and.
Oh wow!
Stuff like that.
Right. You work at where at the telescope?
At St. Mary's.
Oh, at the Oh, okay. Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Yep. Although now we just operate it remotely, so
Right.
on Zoom we can just patch into the school's computer and control it from there for the students.
Oh wow, that is very cool.
And if you need to do science, you can just write the commands into your phone and shoot it over.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's
Things
technology.
are. Things. I love how she brought the colander down. That is just.
Ah, that was so smart. Yeah.
Super. Have a great day.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah. Fun day. Amazing.
Just coming to look over your shoulders.
Oh yeah.
I mean, not that I couldn't
I
on
was-
Instagram.
I was hoping to.
Like, get more surface.
That some of the surface detail would show up on here, but I was going to bring the other an H alpha scope, and that would have shown the surface detail, but I was having trouble getting it
That would
pointed.
have been incredible. I wonder if you would see more surface detail if you looked at this on just a larger screen.
Oop. Let me turn off this chat.
Just that's amazing. Imagine being the person who discovered how to create this kind of equipment to do things like this. I mean, we benefit from seeing it
I
for
know.
sure, but who had the idea that, wait, I bet we can see that closer?
I think it was Galileo that discovered sunspots.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. But that might not be entirely true. I think pinhole cameras.
Well, they've been around for a really long
Yeah.
time. I mean, people have tried for ages to see what's way far away from us.
Yeah.
That really is freaking awesome.
Yeah. 1609 telescope was invented, and that was
That long ago.
pretty radical. Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
it's really just two magnifying. Like it's a magnifying glass here and a magnifying glass here,
Yeah,
sort of. And the difference between the focal lengths is the magnification.
that's really
But
something.
I'm guessing we didn't get glass of sufficient quantity until around the
yeah.
late 1500s, and then
Yeah.
a couple of years to figure it out. And then the Newtonian telescopes, which use mirrors, in the early days they were really big, but the mirrors were made of metal, so they weren't nearly
Oh, wow.
as good.
Yeah, no, they wouldn't have been. But still, thinking to use metal in that way.
Yeah, that was Isaac Newton,
That's amazing.
invented the Newtonian telescope.
So is all this knowledge just because you're fascinated, or is that what your degree is?
I have a degree in it, and I'm on book 13. So,
Wow.
yeah, we've got, and the bookstores here, they carry 5 of my books. So
Really?
they carry the ones that I published by Formac.
I will have to look them up. I have a very strong feeling that I'll want one, I'll buy it, and then I will pass it on to a friend in Quebec who is a scientist, and he will understand more about it than I do.
Well, they're written for primarily for the
Non-science?
6th grade curriculum. So I think you'll be okay.
I love. Well, in that case, I will get one and send it to my nephew, who is not in 6th grade, but he's fascinated by the natural world, and this would be totally right up
Yeah.
his alley.
It's interesting because most of the sales come from, I think, the 50 and older crowd.
Well,
So,
sure.
like,
I
if
mean,
you write-
a lot of us didn't get any of this kind of learning in school. The closest I remember hearing about eclipses when I was a kid was, "Don't look at the sun." Okay, I won't. And there were all these urban myths about, there was a little kid your age, the last eclipse, and he looked at the sun and he burned his retinas right off.
Yep.
And we're like, okay, I won't burn my retinas off.
Yeah, it's good advice.
Mm-hmm.
But for a total or solar eclipse, you can look at it. So.
Weird. So
Well,
how-
because so that's when the moon is completely
Covering
it,
the sun, yeah.
100%. Actually,
So why is it so dangerous when it's a partial?
well, because it's just like your eye doesn't necessarily register that it's being hurt. So you might look at the sun longer than,
Right.
because if you just glance at it, you know, you're not going to go blind. But
Yeah.
if you're like trying to see it, trying to concentrate on seeing, like
No, I've
Yeah.
just been glancing and an occasional squint and
Yeah.
relying on the kindness of strangers to share their equipment. But really, what a totally awesome thing.
Yeah, you're welcome. Take care. Yeah, it looks like we're past. Yeah, so I'm staff at the observatory. It's
Eclipse happen already?
yeah. Here, have some. Take it out.
Right now? It's happening? I forgot about it. I was like, why is everybody here?
Because we're all insane.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Oh, my God.
You have to look at what he's got on his telescope, too. He's got a live Instagram feed. Look.
Oh, my gosh.
I know, right?
Holy frig.
So we were looking for storms on the. Usually you can see a few sunspots. So storms on the surface of the sun. You see
Okay.
like center.
Really?
But it looks pretty clean.
Okay, no storms are coming.
No storms on the sun.
Even if you had like a square hole or something,
Wow, so that's a
But-
picture of it.
you would still
Yeah.
get the surface.
I want to take a picture of your phone.
That's the surface of the sun there.
Okay. Oh
let's
my
get our sun back
heavens.
up here. I can see some light cloud going over the front.
Get a photo of that.
And that's the ring.
Well, that part is just the side of the telescope.
Oh,
so
that's
this is what
the
this is the
moon.
field of view of the telescope, and there's the moon. right there,
okay.
and there's the sun.
Oh, wow. Can I take a picture of your picture?
Absolutely.
I'm not going to like do
Always.
anything with it. I just want to show
No, you can share it or.
I can't.
Whatever you want.
I'm glad I stopped to ask because I was like, "What's going on?"
So,
Thank you.
Absolutely.
What are you guys doing?
you can make shadow puppets with it.
But I don't see anything with it. It's got to be because I have printed
Yeah.
bizarre glasses.
It's kind of. I'll do the. This is the most expensive here. So you can see all those little. The light rays shaped like the moon.
Oh wait, I
Kinda
saw
neat,
one
huh?
then. Yeah, that's clever.
Someone had put some paper on my car there.
I'll give you back your glasses.
Oh,
Yours,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah,
Cool. Thanks, guys.
absolutely.
I was all excited about it, and then I was walking, and I'm like, "Man, people are go-getters today," you know. And then I saw these, and I
Yeah,
was
we're
like,
going to get the
"Wait a
Eclipse."
minute."
Have a good morning.
Have a great day.
Take care. You gotta make a beautiful camera, like the smallest, and then they show.
Oh my God! Look at that.
Cool.
Shadow puppet eclipse.
I love it.
That is so neat.
Look, everyone,
Look,
everyone's
rats
gone.
deserting the sinking ship here.
We're past.
Yeah, we're past the 6:33 mark.
Oh, well.
We are now at 6:54.
Yeah, I might go home and help with the baby.
Well, that's a nice thing to do.
Yeah. Well.
I'm sure you were there in the creation, so it seems only fair.
I think my wife was like, "No, don't go. He's gonna wake up soon."
How old is your
Like,
baby?
sorry. 20 weeks or so.
Oh,
Yeah.
a tiny fresh
Tiny
baby.
baby.
Your first?
New.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
How old are your other two?
6 and 7.
Interesting gap. You have a
Well, the gap
really
is
close, and then
the gap is the astrophysics degree.
You should have called new baby Astro.
Well, he's named after a famous astronomer and a famous astronaut,
Really? I'm not even gonna guess. Tell me.
Edwin. So Edwin Aldrin, second man on the moon, and then,
Right.
and then Hubble.
Very cool.
We did a test. Do the Explore the Universe show for Astronomical Society of Canada, so it's a live thing. And
Uh huh.
I was like, if anyone can guess, and I gave the clue, and nobody guessed it right.
There we go. See, it's just because you have an encyclopedic knowledge and mere mortals now in your presence and go, I'm clueless.
They could have just Googled it. Cross-reference famous astronomers.
I would have Googled it. I would have cheated and you would have said, not bad, Bobby. Not many people know that. And I would have just sat there modestly and not admitted it. Wow, this was really cool.
This was great. Well, I'm going to
Totally
say goodbye to folks on YouTube here.
I'm already sharing your video.
Thanks so
on
much.
Social media. Thank you for sharing your knowledge and your equipment and everything. And have fun with it.
Absolutely. Take care.
Bye.
All right, YouTube, I'm going to say goodbye here. Let me check the chat one more time. All right. Chat off.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye. And anyway, again, this was partial solar eclipse from Halifax, Nova Scotia on Citadel Hill.